the British royal family found itself at the centre of the most talked about story in the world for the wrong reasons.
When you think of royalty, you might picture palaces, crowns, and golden carriages. But the true wealth of the British royal family isn't just measured in jewels and land. It's about influence, legacy, and an empire that stretches far beyond the borders of the United Kingdom. And nowhere is that more evident than in the lives of Prince William and Prince Harry, the two sons of the late Princess Diana. While the world continues to be enchanted by their lives, few realize the true extent of their wealth. A wealth that now totals into the trillions, spanning continents, industries, and every corner of luxury. From private islands to billion-dollar charities, this is the life of royalty that few can even begin to comprehend. Let's take you deep into the world of Diana's sons, William, the future king, and Harry, the rebel with a purpose, where untold riches and unimaginable luxuries are a part of their everyday existence. They've inherited not only their mother's grace, but also her secretive and mind-boggling fortune. Prepare for a journey that goes beyond the velvet curtains of Buckingham Palace and into the realms of the world's most influential trillionaires. The billionaire's blueprint. Prince William, Duke of Cambridge, is not just a future king. He's emerging as a financial powerhouse in his own right. With an inheritance that includes centuries-old royal wealth and vast estates like the Duchy of Cambridge, which is worth over £1 billion, William's financial empire is growing exponentially. The duchy spans over 100,000 acres of prime British land, encompassing historic estates, forests, agricultural lands, and royal parks, much of which has been passed down through generations of the royal family. This land, historically maintained for its cultural value, is now a major source of income, thanks to William's strategic approach to modernizing and improving its value. What truly sets Prince William apart is his careful yet visionary management of these royal assets. The Duchy of Cambridge is not just an ancient legacy. It's a thriving, forward-thinking business. William has breathed new life into this inherited treasure, focusing on sustainability, eco-friendly agriculture, and conservation. He has made significant strides in transforming these lands into environmentally friendly enterprises that benefit both the planet and his personal wealth. His commitment to green energy investments and sustainable agriculture aligns with his personal values and his royal responsibilities, ensuring that his wealth continues to grow. While many may see William's wealth as simply a result of his royal inheritance, it is his innovative approach to expanding that fortune that makes him stand out. The royal family's land is not just being preserved, it's being optimized for maximum profitability. This includes overseeing development projects, from urban developments to maintaining and restoring historic royal estates that continually generate income. These efforts ensure that the duchy remains a source of significant financial backing, allowing William to increase the wealth and prestige of both the royal family and his own portfolio. Beyond the duchy, Prince William has used his platform to make key investments in various industries, such as renewable energy, tech, and conservation. His involvement with the Earthshot Prize is a perfect example of how William has turned his passion for the environment into a financially successful venture. The prize, aimed at finding innovative solutions to global environmental problems, has attracted massive corporate sponsors and public funding. It's a lucrative initiative that brings together world leaders, tech companies, and entrepreneurs who are willing to invest in William's vision for a sustainable future, while also providing him with considerable financial returns. In addition to his environmental efforts, William has expanded his portfolio into other lucrative sectors. He's strategically invested in high-growth industries, including healthcare and technology. His personal connections with key players in the venture capital world have further solidified his influence and made him a formidable figure in business. As he grows his network of partnerships, his wealth expands, and his influence becomes even more pronounced. Prince William's financial acumen demonstrates that while he may be bound by his royal duties, his entrepreneurial spirit is something that can thrive in any sector. Looking to the future, William's wealth and business ventures are poised for continued growth. His royal status provides him with access to decision-makers across the globe, allowing him to influence major economic decisions. As he prepares to one day take the throne, his business ventures and investments are not only solidifying his future wealth, but also enhancing the royal family's global stature. Whether through green energy projects or tech startups, Prince William's financial mastery ensures that his influence will extend far beyond the UK, making him one of the most financially powerful and influential figures on the world stage. From royal duties to global empire, Prince Harry's financial journey is one of independence and self-made success. While his brother Prince William has taken a more traditional route, managing royal estates and ventures, Harry has opted for an entrepreneurial path that has seen him create a media empire and build a fortune in sectors that align with his personal values and social causes. His departure from royal duties in 2020 allowed him the freedom to pursue ventures that were previously outside his reach, and the results have been nothing short of impressive. One of Harry's most lucrative ventures has been his deal with Netflix. In 2020, he and his wife, Meghan Markle, signed a multi-million-dollar deal with the streaming giant, worth a reported $100 million, to produce content that focuses on causes close to their hearts. From documentaries to scripted series, Harry and Meghan have created a brand that blends entertainment with social impact. Their shows highlight global issues like mental health, racial justice, and environmentalism, and their platform has resonated with audiences around the world. This deal has been financially rewarding, but more importantly, it has allowed Harry to build a new media empire that is aligned with his values. In addition to his Netflix deal, Harry and Meghan secured a $25 million deal with Spotify to produce podcasts that focus on important global issues. This move not only expanded their media presence but also solidified their status as media moguls. Their podcasts, which often feature personal stories and interviews with thought leaders, have created a global platform for Harry to speak on mental health and social change, causes that are deeply personal to him. These deals have allowed Harry to generate a significant income while using his fame and platform to create change. But Harry's financial ventures go beyond media deals. He has strategically invested in several tech startups that focus on mental health and wellness, including his partnership with BetterUp, a company that offers coaching and mental health services. This investment has allowed him to not only support a cause he cares deeply about, but also tap into the growing mental health sector, which is projected to become a multi-billion-dollar industry. By aligning his investments with his advocacy for mental health, Harry is positioning himself as a key figure in Silicon Valley, attracting the attention of business leaders and investors alike. In addition to his investments in tech, Harry has also explored the world of publishing. His upcoming memoir is expected to generate millions in sales and will add another layer to his financial portfolio. The memoir, which is anticipated to offer a deeply personal account of his life, will likely strengthen Harry's brand as a public figure who is both authentic and relatable. By diversifying his financial portfolio, Harry has ensured that his wealth will continue to grow, while also allowing him to support causes he is passionate about. Harry's financial empire is a reflection of his desire to create a legacy that goes beyond his royal title. His ventures into media, tech, and publishing have made him a major player in today's business world, and his growing influence in these industries is only the beginning. Unlike his royal counterparts who focus on traditional wealth-building methods, Harry has used his royal status as a platform to create a brand that is built on social change and personal growth. As his ventures continue to expand, Harry's fortune will undoubtedly grow, ensuring that his financial empire will rival any royal fortune for years to come. Business, investments, and influence. Prince William's rise as a global business magnate and influencer isn't just a story of inherited wealth. It's about a determined and strategic individual who has carved out a place for himself in the world of business, finance, and philanthropy. Known to many as the future King of England, William has proven that his royal status is not the only thing shaping his empire. Through an impressive range of business ventures, investment decisions, and high-level partnerships, he's built a global network that will undoubtedly strengthen his financial and diplomatic influence for years to come. One of the key aspects of William's financial success is his involvement in environmental causes, which, contrary to what many might expect, has proven to be a highly profitable arena. He is a core member of the United for Wildlife Initiative, an organization that has successfully partnered with various high-profile conservation groups, businesses, and governments to combat illegal wildlife trafficking. Through his unwavering commitment to these causes, William has attracted massive financial backing from both private and public sectors. These partnerships have not only elevated his status as a key figure in global conservation, but have also provided him with access to lucrative collaborations with multinational corporations who are eager to show their eco-friendly credentials. William's ability to influence the business world extends far beyond environmental causes. He has made substantial moves in the world of finance and investment, positioning himself as a key player among elite circles. Through various philanthropic organizations, he has used his royal standing to connect with influential business figures, politicians, and venture capitalists, allowing him to strike strategic deals in industries ranging from healthcare and biotechnology to renewable energy and tech startups. These sectors, vital to the future of the planet, have proven to be major financial gain for William, as he's skillfully navigated complex global markets. It's not just what William does that sets him apart, but how he does it. His ability to combine his royal influence with a business mind has enabled him to unlock doors that would otherwise remain closed for many. Behind the scenes, William has solidified his role as a business magnate, where every decision he makes isn't just about securing his family's future, but ensuring that his wealth, power, and influence continue to rise. Through strategic investments and acquisitions, he's positioning himself not just as a royal figure, but as an entrepreneurial powerhouse, one who's bound to thrive as the next king. But perhaps the most significant element of William's success is how he's navigating his future. The royal family's immense wealth is not just about personal luxury, it's about using that wealth to shape the world on a broader scale. His investments in sustainable businesses, along with his commitment to public service, are just the beginning. As he ascends the throne, his role will only evolve, allowing him to have an even greater impact on global finance, environmental policy, and philanthropic efforts. The future is certainly bright for Prince William, and the wealth he's accumulating will enable him to exert influence that rivals any modern-day leader. William's network isn't just global, it's increasingly influential. The connections he's building with world leaders, Fortune 500 CEOs, and high-profile philanthropists are not just about wealth, they're about shaping the future. From private summits with international elites to high-level discussions on sustainability, his network is an essential tool in securing his future as not just a king, but as a major player in the global business arena. With the future of the monarchy resting in his hands, William is more than ready to guide it into a new era of power, wealth, and influence. The media mogul in the making. Prince Harry, once known primarily for his royal title, is now quickly becoming one of the most influential media moguls of his generation. Since stepping down from his royal duties, Harry has taken his unique position and used it to create a powerful media empire that spans multiple industries, from film and television to publishing and podcasting. The media world, as it turns out, was the perfect platform for Harry to flex his entrepreneurial muscle, and it has quickly become one of his most profitable ventures. Harry's media ventures began with a bang. His multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix in 2020 brought the Sussexes into the spotlight in the entertainment industry. But this wasn't just a deal to make a few documentaries or reality shows. Harry, alongside his wife Meghan Markle, has created a powerful brand that speaks to global audiences, using their platform to advocate for social justice, mental health, and climate change. The couple's projects, while socially driven, have also been financially lucrative, with Harry set to earn hundreds of millions through this partnership alone. In addition to their work with Netflix, Harry's podcast series with Spotify has further cemented his role as a media mogul. But Harry's ventures go far beyond just media deals. As a prominent public figure, he's been able to leverage his name and his influence to secure partnerships with tech startups, nonprofit organizations, and even Silicon Valley giants. His partnership with companies focused on mental health, such as BetterUp, has positioned him as a leading advocate for mental well-being and personal growth, while simultaneously expanding his business portfolio. While many may see Harry's public persona as centered on philanthropy and advocacy, the wealth he's generating is substantial. His memoir, expected to be released soon, promises to be another multi-million-dollar success, building on the success of his previous media ventures. The memoir will not only offer insight into Harry's life, but it will likely solidify his status as one of the most influential figures in global media today. Through his powerful storytelling and transparency, Harry is carving out a niche for himself in the publishing world, much as he has done in the entertainment industry. Harry's media empire is not just about personal wealth, it's about influence. His ability to create compelling, socially relevant content that resonates with millions of people worldwide is a testament to the power of his brand. The financial rewards that come with this influence are just the beginning. Harry is using his platform to not only secure his family's financial future, but to shape the conversation around mental health, social equity, and personal responsibility, all while growing his financial empire. In just a few short years, Harry has gone from being a royal figure to a global media mogul. His influence in the entertainment and media worlds will continue to expand as his business empire builds on the foundations he's laid. The future looks incredibly bright for Prince Harry as he navigates the entertainment world, proving that even after stepping away from royal duties, he remains a major force in both the media and business sectors. Royal investments. When we talk about wealth in the royal family, it's easy to focus on the assets they've inherited. But both Prince William and Prince Harry have proven that they're not just resting on royal laurels. Over the years, they've used their unique positions to build vast fortunes that span a range of industries, from real estate to renewable energy. Their wealth-building strategies have shown that they're not only heirs to a royal title, but are savvy investors and business people in their own right. Prince William, for example, has made significant strides in the world of sustainability. As a keen supporter of green energy, William has invested heavily in renewable energy projects. His work with the Earthshot Prize, an initiative designed to tackle environmental challenges, has not only had a positive impact on the world, but has also attracted substantial investments from global corporations. This combination of philanthropy and business is setting up William's financial empire for long-term success. Similarly, Harry's investments have gone beyond media and publishing. As an early investor in tech startups focused on mental health, Harry is positioning himself as a key figure in the wellness industry. His ventures into companies like BetterUp have not only allowed him to advocate for mental health, but have also helped him amass a growing portfolio in an emerging market that continues to rise in importance. These strategic investments are proving to be both financially successful and aligned with his personal beliefs, furthering his reputation as a forward-thinking investor. Both William and Harry have also made key investments in real estate, securing luxurious estates and properties around the world. Whether it's William's holdings in various royal estates or Harry's investment in California properties, both brothers are acquiring real estate that will likely appreciate over time. Their real estate ventures not only provide them with luxury living, but also serve as a smart financial strategy to grow their wealth, offering both personal use and investment opportunities. The brothers' financial portfolios are growing rapidly, and it's clear that both are taking a hands-on approach to managing their assets. From tech investments to real estate and green energy, William and Harry are building a diverse set of investments that will continue to provide financial growth well into the future. As they become more involved in their respective industries, their fortunes will only grow, solidifying their place as some of the wealthiest and most influential figures of their generation. Their ability to manage vast portfolios, combined with their royal connections and business acumen, positions both brothers for success beyond their royal duties. Whether through strategic investments or their growing influence in global markets, the future of William and Harry's financial empires looks incredibly bright. Their continued efforts in philanthropy, investment, and business will ensure that their legacies are both financially successful and impactful for generations to come. How royal property became an investment goldmine. One of the most lucrative areas where both Prince William and Prince Harry have expanded their fortunes is real estate. Both brothers have made significant investments in property, using their royal connections and wealth to acquire luxury residences and prime real estate around the world. From sprawling estates in the UK to private residences in the United States, the brothers have strategically built impressive property portfolios that will only increase in value over time. Prince William's real estate holdings are deeply tied to his royal duties, with his primary residence being Kensington Palace, one of the most iconic royal estates in the UK. However, he has also made investments in private properties, including the Duchy of Cambridge's land holdings, which include a range of royal estates, agricultural land, and urban development projects. These properties not only provide William with personal income, but also serve as a long-term investment strategy that ensures his financial security. In addition to his UK holdings, William has also made investments in luxury properties abroad, including private residences in France and other European countries. These properties, while used for personal enjoyment, also serve as valuable assets that will only appreciate in value over time. The brothers' involvement in real estate goes beyond mere ownership. They are actively involved in the development and management of their properties, ensuring that they continue to generate substantial income and long-term returns. Prince Harry's real estate ventures have also proven to be a major source of wealth. After relocating to the United States, Harry and Meghan Markle purchased a multi-million-dollar estate in Montecito, California, a property that has since seen its value soar. The estate, which includes sprawling gardens, multiple homes, and luxurious amenities, is a testament to Harry's growing wealth and influence in the real estate market. The couple's property in California has not only proven to be a personal sanctuary, but has also become an investment that continues to grow in value. Beyond his personal property, Harry has also ventured into the world of real estate development. His interest in sustainable building practices has led him to explore opportunities in eco-friendly property development. These ventures are not only profitable, but also align with his personal values of sustainability and environmentalism. Harry's commitment to creating sustainable and luxurious living spaces ensures that his real estate investments will continue to generate wealth while promoting positive environmental change. The brothers' success in real estate is a reflection of their ability to leverage their royal status to build significant wealth. Through strategic investments in luxury properties, both William and Harry have secured their financial futures, ensuring that their property portfolios will continue to grow as demand for high-end real estate increases. As they continue to expand their holdings, their real estate ventures will remain a cornerstone of their wealth-building strategies, solidifying their places as major players in the global property market. Building wealth through sustainability and innovation. In recent years, both Prince William and Prince Harry have increasingly turned to investments in sustainability and innovation as they build their fortunes. Their ventures into green energy, tech startups, and eco-friendly initiatives have positioned them as leaders in the emerging markets of the future. Through these investments, they are not only contributing to the health of the planet, but are also securing their financial futures by tapping into rapidly growing industries. Prince William's Earthshot Prize is perhaps the most visible example of his commitment to sustainable investments. The Earthshot Prize seeks to find and fund the most innovative solutions to climate change, with a focus on global environmental issues. The prize has attracted major sponsorships from global corporations and governments, resulting in financial returns that have not only funded the initiative, but have also contributed to William's personal wealth. The partnerships forged through the Earthshot Prize have allowed William to gain access to the top echelons of the business world, creating opportunities for future investments in the renewable energy sector. Additionally, William has made strategic investments in companies focused on green technologies. These investments include ventures in clean energy, electric vehicles, and sustainable agriculture. His commitment to eco-friendly initiatives aligns with his vision for a sustainable future. And as these industries continue to grow, so too does William's wealth. His investments in these forward-thinking companies have already begun to pay off, and the potential for significant returns continues to increase as global demand for sustainable solutions rises. Prince Harry, too, has made a name for himself in the world of sustainable business. He has been actively involved in investing in startups that focus on renewable energy, wellness, and eco-friendly technologies. His interest in sustainability isn't just about making money. It's about aligning his financial decisions with his personal values. Harry has focused much of his energy on building a portfolio of investments that contribute to a more sustainable world, particularly through ventures that promote clean energy and mental health solutions. Harry's investments in mental health technology companies such as BetterUp have further solidified his reputation as an advocate for well-being. This partnership not only supports his advocacy for mental health, but has also proven to be a lucrative business venture. As the mental health sector continues to grow, Harry's investments in this space are expected to generate substantial financial returns, making him a major player in the wellness industry. His ability to diversify his investments into both sustainable and socially conscious businesses ensures that his wealth will continue to grow, while also contributing to positive global change. The growing focus on sustainability and innovation has created a unique opportunity for both William and Harry to position themselves at the forefront of industries that are shaping the future. Their investments in green technologies, mental health, and wellness have not only proven to be profitable, but have also solidified their legacies as leaders who use their wealth and influence to create positive societal change. As both brothers continue to expand their portfolios in these high-growth industries, their financial futures look incredibly promising, and their influence in global markets will only continue to grow. As we've seen, both Prince William and Prince Harry have strategically navigated the complex world of wealth, influence, and legacy building. Through investments, business ventures, and their royal status, they are reshaping what it means to be a modern royal. Whether it's through sustainability, media, real estate, or their powerful philanthropic work, both princes are proving that they aren't just heirs to the throne. They're powerful moguls in their own right. Their futures are set to be filled with immense wealth, influence, and global impact. And it's clear that their legacies will extend far beyond the walls of Buckingham Palace. If you found this breakdown of the royal brothers' paths to fortune fascinating, make sure to check out our other videos for more behind-the-scenes looks at the lives of the world's most influential figures. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on the most compelling stories of wealth, power, and influence.
This is all about the fear of the fact that it could unravel, and he, of course, could be exposed for whether he was telling the truth or not on his visa application.
And we see the way that Harry and Meghan treated Queen Elizabeth in her twilight years. It was cruel, it was unfair.
Millions of pounds flow into the royal coffers, masked as public support, when in reality, it's a lifelong subsidy hidden from the public eye.
Now, the latest Channel 4 Dispatches documentary has revealed details about the royal family's finances, including reports that private royal estates have received millions of pounds of income from public bodies and charities.
Yeah, it's been claimed that the Duchies of Lancaster and Cornwall portfolios have generated almost £50 million.
Prince Harry knows this game better than anyone. He's been hinting for years at secret deals, clandestine alliances between the elite.
It's funny, isn't it, when things go wrong for individuals, particularly those that tell us about how we should have integrity, transparency and all that sort of stuff. Best to tell the truth from the off, that sort of thing. If you remember, of course, with Prince Harry, he was forever telling us about these secret press parties that were held at the palace, that all these deals were done between hierarchy, senior royals, to get the very best press coverage, that sort of stuff. And that's why he was, hoofing it off, Mexiting. He wanted to strike out on his own, have his own independence. And then, of course, he realised, I think, that without the security and, of course, the integrity of the British monarchy and that team around him, just how quickly it falls through.
The royals may claim adherence to UK laws, but who writes those rules? Not the people. These are rules shaped by and for the throne.
A spokesperson for the Duchy of Lancaster, that's the private estate of the King, said it complies with all relevant UK legislation and regulatory standards applicable to its range of business activities. And they also said that the Duchy operates as a commercial company, managing a broad range of land and property assets across England and Wales.
A spokesperson for the Duchy of Cornwall said it is a private estate with commercial imperative, which we achieve alongside our commitment to restoring the natural environment and generating positive social impact for our communities.
And across the pond, Harry and Meghan have taken their titles and donned the mantle of the American woke elite, a new dynasty in the making.
Look, I think it does work for Trump. I think to weaponise his contempt for Harry and Meghan, in particular Meghan, really plays well to his conservative base, because Harry and Meghan are the face of the woke elite in America, aren't they? They're sort of whinging grifters, if you were. And that really plays well to the average Trump voter who doesn't like that sort of person, doesn't like to be spoken down to or patronised in any way. And of course, Trump has been very blunt in his appraisal, again, particularly of Meghan, saying that Harry's whipped. He told Piers Morgan in an interview that Harry was whipped and that the marriage wouldn't last, and that, in fact, that Meghan was using him. So he's been very savage in his appraisal of Meghan in particular. And again, he's weaponising that to remind his voters who to vote for, in a way.
While Harry battles the Home Office in court over his security, the royals sit comfortably, enjoying a protection most citizens could never dream of.
Well, indeed, Cara. Well, great to see you again from foreign climes. But yeah, this really is an interesting story about Prince Harry and his relationship with his father, the King. Of course, he's had this long-running court case with the Home Office, taking the British government to court over his security arrangements. And of course, you will remember the British government said that he wasn't eligible for security when in the UK and visiting with his family, which has caused quite a stir for Harry. He said that he doesn't feel that it's safe enough to bring his wife and children back to the UK, and he's been staying in hotels rather than staying at Buckingham Palace. So the issue for the King is, does he start getting into conversations with Harry about this? It could create something called legal jeopardy for the King. Of course, Prince Harry has quite a propensity to repeat private conversations between himself and other members of the royal family. So it could be a real big legal issue for the King if he was to discuss this, and those conversations were to be aired in a court of law. So the King is caught between a rock and a hard place, it seems, between having a relationship with his son and then obviously trying to help him out to get him to come to the country a bit more often. Well, it's interesting. That's an interesting point as well, because, you know, when he did visit here in May for the 10th of UK in May for the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games, he decided to stay in a hotel once more. And we understand that he had asked the palace for use of a royal residence. There was a bit of a gap between the correspondence, but he was able and was offered a chance to stay in one of the apartments at Buckingham Palace. He decided to turn that down, interestingly, and stay at a hotel, citing once more security reasons. And to me, this doesn't really make sense. I mean, how on earth can Harry be far more safer in a hotel in London than staying behind palace walls where he'd be afforded the royalty protection? And again, Harry's point falls down on several notions, because he has been told that it will be on a case-by-case basis if he's coming to see the King, or he's coming here on sort of official family business like the coronation, which he did. He will be afforded that royalty protection. So, you know, Harry is sort of digging his heels in with the British government here, and it will be interesting to see how long this saga runs on for.
Meanwhile, Trump's eyeing a new royal invitation should he retake the presidency. Because even in a democracy, there's a certain thrill in dining with royalty.
And as you've discussed there, it has been threatened in the past. But I think as Trump gets closer and closer to the presidency, and if he is elected president, he wants another invitation to Buckingham Palace. You can see how excited he was by his time with the Queen. The whole family was there. Eric was there in 2019, his son as well. And what he's now saying is that Harry has nothing to be worried about being deported. In fact, he's going so far almost to say that Harry and Meghan are irrelevant, which suggests to me that he and the Trump family are really trying to strengthen their bonds with Charles and Camilla and William and that part of the family, and that they're not really taking much interest in Harry. Who knows how it'll play out? There's still pressure from the Heritage Foundation for there to be some disclosure around Harry's visa papers, because as someone who just recently did an American visa, it's very clear you have to state whether or not you've taken. And we know that in Spare, Harry spoke at length about taking. So it hasn't fully played out yet, but it's an interesting turn of events. And so, Caroline, you remember when Meghan Markle came out and she said that she had not had any support from the royal family when she entered the family, that she didn't get mental health support when she needed it, and that there was really no instruction or support. Well, a royal insider has come out and said that Sir Clive Alderton, who currently works for the King, that he was very mindful that she should be fully supported. Of course, she was from America.
The notion that Meghan received no support from the firm is a tall tale. Wasn't it always about controlling the narrative?
It's utterly implausible to me that Meghan was not offered support. After the Diana debacle, after all the horrors that went around Fergie, the Duchess of York, after the Camilla problem, you know, Camilla, after Diana's trying to reintroduce her as Charles's consort and partner, that had to be micromanaged. That doesn't suggest to me that a palace would turn around and go, oh, she can just work it out herself. Of course they would have steered her through it. But as the late Queen said, recollections may vary. I think it's interesting that we're getting more information about these anecdotes by Meghan, and that they are being widely disproven. More and more people from the palace or palace adjacent adjacent are starting to speak out. And I think as more of those people leave the employ of the royal family, we may start to get more murmurs about what was happening behind the scenes.
Well, there's a lot to look forward to. I mean, this is the fourth instalment of the Earthshot Awards. It's been in London, Singapore and Boston before, and there's a lot of excitement here in Cape Town. It's going to be the most sustainable games ever, apparently. They've built an eco-dome, a purpose-built theatre in Cape Town that can be reused and repackaged to go to other places. Prince William has been talking about the urgency, not only of the climate emergency, but also the willingness of Gen Z to get involved. These are the people, of course, the generation that are going to be most affected by climate change. And interestingly, he said that it was great to be back in Africa. He arrives in just a few hours. And of course, Africa was a place of comfort for him, he said, after the of his late mother. He proposed to his wife, the Princess of Wales, in Kenya in 2010. So he's got a lot of affection and a lot of affiliation with the continent. So it'll be interesting to see sort of the buzz around the city. I'm really looking forward to getting out and about and meeting lots of people.
Then there's Prince Andrew and King Charles, locked in a silent standoff over Royal Lodge. A symbol, really, of who has the last word in this family.
I mean, this is, again, another long-running saga in long-running sagas, isn't it? Because Prince Andrew and the King have been at loggerheads. The King is sort of asking him to move out of Royal Lodge, that 30-room mansion that he has in the shadow of Windsor Castle. The Duke of York is refusing to budge on that. But the King has a bit of a trump card because he has taken away his $6 million a year security detail. He's taken away his $2 million allowance. I mean, this is how Prince Andrew was existing when the late Queen was around. She had a bit of a soft spot for her son. But of course, now the King is head of the family. He has said that he doesn't want Andrew to be a financial burden on him anymore. And why wouldn't he? Because Andrew's fall from grace has been well documented. And I think the King feels that he should sort of cut his cloth accordingly, move out of Royal Lodge. He has been given a house, which is Harry and Meghan's old cottage, Frogmore Cottage, on the grounds of the Windsor estate, and yet he's sort of refusing to budge. So again, it'll be interesting to see who wins out of this if the purse strings have been cut now. Well, again, I mean, this is the issue for members of the royal family when they are involved in correspondence, and we've seen that yet again with the King. In 1998, he wrote a series of letters to a friend that had just gone up for auction, and he wrote about the Greek Orthodox Church. He said that they were the only ones that had yet been uncorrupted by loathsome political correctness. And of course, he is head of the Church of England. So this is called quite a stir. I don't think he'd be saying those sorts of things nowadays. But of course, when these letters come to pass at auction, sometimes it can be rather embarrassing for the royal family. And I think that this has sort of befallen the King yet again on this occasion.
Harry and Meghan struck gold with Netflix. Now, their next moves are less about life and more about finance. Their millions needing safe harbor.
Look, it's coming from the Sun newspaper and has been widely reported. We haven't fully confirmed that they bought that Portuguese property. There's even some discussion that that property was bought so that Harry would have a bolt hole to go to should anything happen to the marriage, which is a really interesting proposition in itself. In any case, they made a lot of money from Netflix. They've got $75 million that they earned from Netflix, Harry and Meghan. There was a £15,000 advance, so $30,000 on Harry's book Spare, which was a bestseller, so he will have earned out that advance and millions more from it. They have to park their money somewhere. And interestingly, the Sunday Times today is reporting they have finally, in the UK, finally got eyes on how much property the royal family, how much Charles and William own, and it's over £600 million. So you think about double that in dollars. So in terms of having a history of owning property, that's what Harry's grown up with. He's seen his father and his brother having to manage that. It's not outside the realms of possibility that they would buy more property. But the suggestion that the Portuguese property is going to go on Airbnb, I don't think so. If you've got that money, you don't have to get a few thousand dollars from holiday.
Life has a way of sorting itself out. Do you agree? Absolutely. That's what Prince Harry's hoping, at least, simply because if you remember, the problem that he now has with his visa is very, very, well, a big problem, because this is what he detailed in his book. And as you know, certain individuals have tried to get that overturned to see exactly what's been on his document. Now, during the previous administration of the Biden years, well, that apparently was under lock and key. And even more recently, of course, the president at the time, Biden, basically said no, it wouldn't be revealing it. As we know, Eric Trump was rather open about it. But Harry now, apparently, according to a very well-placed source, has decided there's a way around this. And he's decided, as ever, we have to say allegedly, to reach out to someone that really he should have given more courtesy to. But at least he made the effort when they came over to London. We're talking, of course, about the Trumps, but more importantly, his daughter, Ivanka. Now, Ivanka, I've met her, a very beautiful lady, very nice, actually, very, very courteous and kind, lovely to animals. You can always tell somebody, can't you, if they're really sweet to animals, you think, well, they can't be a bad person. She really was kind to a person's dog in the street. You think, wow, nice lady. Now, what I like about this particular story, according to that source, basically Harry feels if he reaches out to her, then they could have something of a private, take to see exactly where they are.
Yet, Harry's past actions may soon be under scrutiny. Did his words on that visa application align with the truth? Or was there more hidden?
This is all about the fear of the fact that it could unravel, and he, of course, could be exposed for whether he was telling the truth or not on his visa application. I don't know about you, but whichever way you look at it, it's an absolute mess. Now, one might suggest that Ivanka wouldn't really have that much sway, but she does get on incredibly well, naturally, with her own father. And let's not forget, in the favour of Prince Harry, Donald Trump is a big fan of the British monarchy, and in particular the Queen. But he got on incredibly well with His Majesty the King, King Charles also, along with the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip. So I would suspect that whatever people are saying, I think he may become a little bit more lenient in time, seemingly because he wouldn't want to upset the monarchy. It just wouldn't be in his nature. Of course, the public could force that, open, and that could be a totally different situation, and Harry might not have any control over that. But either way, right now, Harry's hoping that the hand of friendship that he showed Ivanka by at least turning up to Buckingham Palace on that prestigious event, while his wife couldn't be bothered, once again, Harry's going to have to go cap in hand, eating humble pie.
God forbid, if suddenly we lost the monarchy, that's their business, if you like. That's the business side. So they've been really sensible with it. And as you said, it's been around for centuries. The Crown Estates also, which is a big part of the, if you like, the business side, that was handed obviously over. The money from that gets handed over to the Treasury, which goes back again to the time of George. And then in return, I believe it's called the sovereign grant, where they get, if you like, a wage. And that's kind of the money they get for the kind of the duties, if you like, the work that they do.
The Duchess and the royal estate may claim separation, but in the palace, nothing is ever entirely private or independent.
The duchies is completely separate. These are private holdings that they've had for centuries. There was one of the things that came out about how they acquired them. That's historical, with all these kind of things. There's historical things behind it as to how they got them or why they've got them. The point is that they've turned them into successful businesses. They do really well. And there's nothing unusual about it. I mean, they say, they've got properties, people pay rent. I paid rent for one of those properties, and other people pay rent. And it's just a business, as simple as that. But obviously this documentary has kind of looked into it to find out, where they have properties and what kind of money is made. But as you just said, nothing about it really surprised me or shocked me.
I think the fact that Thomas Markle Sr. is still here is a miracle. There were reports at the time around his heart attack and around the wedding, reports and concerns that, he could pass away of a broken heart. And we see the way that Harry and Meghan treated Queen Elizabeth in her twilight years. It was cruel. It was unfair. In Harry and Meghan's docuseries on Netflix reality show, she basically describes her father as deceased. She says that she's lost her father and now Prince Harry's lost his father too. Both of those men are just a phone call away. And I know that Thomas Markle Jr. has been critical of his sister, but I think that hurt people, and kindness costs nothing. And if you can invite George Clooney, who doesn't know you from Adam, on the street, then you can invite your DNA half-siblings to your wedding. This was a one-time event. It wasn't going to hurt anyone. And I understand that a lot of the criticism stems from, protecting his father, who, again, I can't stress enough, that he's been through so much health-wise, and B, his feelings are hurt because she's not treated their family fairly.
And perhaps the most telling move, Harry's children, royal heirs, used as bargaining chips in this kingdom's highest stakes negotiation.
Well, it also feels grossly like these children are being used as a negotiation tactic when it comes to at least King Charles. Like Harry saying, I refuse to bring the children over to the UK unless I get the round-the-clock, security that I'm requesting. But I wanted you to dig in more, Kev, when he said that Meghan basically learned some of that manipulation. He didn't utilize the word manipulation, but he said, show up, grift, collect the check, move on. He said she learned that from her mother, Doria. But then he said, who Meghan didn't even really grow up with. That's when you should have gone, excuse me, tell me more, because there are severe questions surrounding Meghan, because there are real questions surrounding where Doria went while Meghan was young. And the reason why that is newsworthy is because Meghan continues to try to rewrite her history. You can't do that. She will tell you herself that she is a historical figure. Well, then there needs to be some honesty, and you cannot continue to try to rewrite your history. You have two siblings. You have two half siblings that you grew up with. They babysat you. You watched Married with Children together while your dad was working on the set. You cannot rewrite history to try to elevate yourself and separate yourself from, as you pointed out, a family that you now believe you are too good for. So you're going to disown and try to shake off. That wasn't the reality. These were your family members.